What is up, nerds, geeks, and gamers? It's Rage, and today we're talking about the hot new game, Megabonk. I'm gonna start off by just saying I highly recommend it. I think most people will enjoy it, and I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. I really have been enjoying the game that much. I just every character feels unique. Every run, even the ones that are terrible, are fun. It's fun to try and speed run the game to get to the bosses. There are challenges to play that I'm not very good at and don't have the courage to try really, but there's a lot for everyone. You also get to compete against other people who are playing the games based on how far they make it. I'm sure there's probably something along the lines of how fast you beat it as well. Uh, there are tons of items and things, tons of weapons as well that make each run extremely unique. And some runs will go so well you'll be like, I can't believe I've ever struggled, and other runs have go so poorly that it's like, I can't believe I like the game. But that's just what you're gonna have when it comes to an RNG kind of game like this, where you need certain items to make good builds. In the gameplay above, I'm playing as the look maxing Mega Chad. Mega Chad's his actual name, by the way, and he's really fun to play as. I enjoy his aura, which is like his starting weapon, and he also flexes couple every couple of seconds, with the cooldown decreasing based on how many levels you have. So at level 10, he has like a 2-second reduction in flexing. But there's also a monkey that throws bananas. You can play as a skeleton that rides a skateboard. There's a mage, a knight, an orc, and an archer. And every single character feels pretty unique in regards to what they want to help make their starting weapon strong. I also like a lot of the items. I feel like most of them are useful, even though there is one or two in particular that I personally don't really care for, even though I'm sure you could make a very strong build with them. I haven't unlocked every character yet, nor have I unlocked every item or every upgrade. I've only played the game 7 hours since I got it, which I've only had it for 2 days, so that's quite a lot for me. But I really recommend this game. I think if you liked Vampire Survivors or Risk of Rain or even like Muck, then you're gonna like this game. And I hope you guys will give it a try because it's pretty cheap. Currently, it's on sale for 50% off until October 2nd for $8.49. But even without the sale, it's only $10, which is a steal because this is the kind of game that you can put hundreds, thousands of hours into it if you're a big gamer. You might have seen some people playing it like Penguinzo, Moist Critical. I learned about this game from a VTuber I like to watch, but I'm really happy I decided to give this a try, and I am just absolutely loving it. There are so far, I think I've unlocked like 10 weapons, and there's still more to unlock. And there's also, I think like I want to say there's probably like 15 characters. I think I only have like 7 unlocked right now. So I really do believe that there's going to be something for everyone in this game. And there's also like challenge modes. You can compete against other players in how far you go or how fast you beat the game as well. So if you're a competitive gamer, then you'll like this. If you're someone who is more casual, you'll also like it because you don't even have to compete. I mean, it's just something you can play for fun. You don't have to worry about getting to the bosses. And obviously, some things are locked behind beating some of the zones and getting to the other zones and stuff like that. But the requirements really are not too harsh to progress. Uh, as you're playing, you unlock silver coins, and you use those silver coins to unlock items, weapons, upgrades, stuff like that, characters. So, it's not. There are no microtransactions either. Like, you don't have to spend money on anything, which is obviously a huge positive in my opinion. But the way the game works is you start off with the forest. Your first run, you have to make it to the end boss, and if you beat the end boss, then you unlock tier 2, and then you repeat that until tier 3, where you end up with the actual final boss of that area, that map progression. And once you beat that, you get some rewards. There are challenges. Sorry, they call them quests. They're in-game achievements, but you get silver coins from that too. There's another section for the desert that you have different enemies to fight. It's a little bit harder than the forest, but not like a ton, so you don't really have to be worried about doing some fun runs in the desert either. You can find items in the desert. There are like mini bosses as well that you can find. The forest has like a suspicious bush that you can fight, and then the desert has the desert bandit that you can fight. The game scales pretty good in my opinion. It doesn't feel like the enemies are outscaling you way too much like some other games. In my opinion, I love the really close, like behind the shoulder that this game has going on. I wasn't really a fan of the over the top view from Vampire Survivors. Speaking of, I feel like this game is better in that there's like actual things to do. I'm not really aware of anything from Vampire Survivors. I haven't watched too many people play it. I only played a little bit of it myself because it just wasn't that interesting. So, there could be like endgame stuff. You could have certain bosses that you need to go fight or whatever. Might be able to beat the zones, but this game does have progression, which I prefer more than just fighting endless waves of enemies for no reason. Even though, for the people who do like that, after you get past 9 minutes in any of the zones, it starts spawning in random spirits. At least I think they're spirits. They could very well be demons. But you can do endless, and like an endless mode through that way if that's what you're into. I will let you know though that it does become like really tough when you get to that point. Like the beginning spirits aren't too hard, but when you get to the normal amount, like the normal difficulty for the spirits, they become some tough SOBs. I am not joking. They become super fast and deal quite a lot of damage. But I really have been enjoying this game. I anticipate I'm probably going to get a few hundred hours in this because I really do want to unlock all the different characters and see how they play and all the different weapons as well, because so far every single weapon has felt unique and I just love seeing all the effects happen, and it's just all around a fantastic game. Like, I haven't experienced any glitching. The enemy progression doesn't feel too over the top. Obviously the RNG for items kind of sucks, but to get a game like this you need the RNG really, because it makes some runs feel so amazing and some runs not so amazing. But A 10 out of 10 game that I highly recommend. Um, Please let me know down below if you guys have played the game. And if you have, let me know who your favorite characters are. If you have a favorite weapon, let me know. Are there certain builds that you prefer? Like for Clank, crits are obviously huge, but like when it comes to the Mega Chad, do you like expanding the size of his aura, or do you try and get other weapons too, etc., etc.? Let me know. I'm honestly really interested in how everyone is feeling about the game, if they plan on getting it, and I just want to know how you guys are feeling about this game, because it did kind of blow up, I feel like, which doesn't say a lot in this day and age. I mean, I feel that's my opinion, but like, it's only been out 10, 11 days by the time this video is posted, which is crazy because it has tens of thousands of people playing it. Well, tens of thousands of people streaming it. Probably more like 100,000, 200,000 people playing it at any given time would be my guess. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you'll give this game a chance. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.